If I don't make it look pretty, I won't do it. Now, that is the brutal truth about my reading habits. So for 2026, I'm going to try this new system and going back to my physical reading journal. This is going to be a dedicated visual spread for the 26 books that I want to read in 2026. 13 are lingering from my TBR and 13 are going to be books recommended by friends. I tried doing the 12 books from friends challenge in 2020. I have a whole video on it and I only read 4 books out of those 12. So here's to hoping that 26 is going to be better. Generally, I actually struggle with setting up year-long TBRs with specific books. That's why I love the Romanceopoly reading challenge, because it's just easier for me because I can basically mood read just based on the prompts. But we're going to be setting this up in my reading journal, and hopefully that's going to give me the motivation that I need just to come in here and mark it done and come in to update the rating. I think there's really something to be said for looking at your reading journal and seeing a beautiful spread that somehow makes it a bit of a game with yourself. You get a little competitive. It gives you the motivation, but also at the same time, it pushes you to complete these things just so that you can have a finished spread. Are you guys like that too? Like you have to have things completed, or basically like checking something off of a to-do list, and that gets you to do more things? I don't know, maybe that's just me. So here's to hoping. To start, let's get into the 13 books that I picked for myself. First up is Son of the Morning by Akwaeke Emezi. Now this has been on my TBR since the minute it dropped, and I'm gonna be using this for Romanceopoly for the Infernal Lab. In fact, I'm gonna be reading that in February, and you'll be seeing that in my February TBR vlog. Coming up soon. Next is the book of Azrael by Amber V. Nicole. Now, everyone I trust and some of my favorite authors love this series, like Janine Frost, and I think it's also finally a complete series, so I have no excuse not to binge it. Also, a note from the community, Rachel, who is now reading the end of the series, said that book 1 was a little slow, but once it got going, was amazing. Up next is The Second Death of Locke by V.L. Bovalino. Now, Book Talk definitely made me do it with this one, and I plan to read it for my fall TBR, but I feel like fantasy feels is definitely more winter anyway, and I definitely plan to stick that somewhere in Romanceopoly too. Next is What Fury Brings by Trisha Levenseller. If I'm not mistaken, Suzanne loves this author, so I am hoping that this one is a total hit and I can dive into the backlist. Plus, I also saw some recommendations on Book Talk for it, and I feel like this might end up being one of those underappreciated fantasy romances books on Book Talk. Another one lingering on my TBR is A Tongue So Sweet and Deadly by Sophia St. Germain. Now, this is another booktop hype monster. I am low-key a little bit scared of this one, maybe scared of being underwhelmed, but it is a finished series, I think, so I'm trusting the process and I'm gonna try it. I know so many people love it. The next is Stalked by Seduction and Shadows by Maggie Sunseri. Now, dark fantasy, morally gray vampire lord. Do I need to say anything else? Come on, sign me up immediately for this one. I've only seen a couple of my friends really hyping this up, and it's probably another one that is underappreciated online. Also, watch me be wrong with some of these predictions. Next is The Jasad Heir by Sarah Hashem. I'm actually buddy reading this one with some friends in March, and it's got mythology, world building. Everything here sounds totally amazing and incredible. I know some people like book 1 better than book 2, but I'm excited to just dive into the whole world. Next is Endless Anger by Sav R. Miller, probably because I needed some dark academia energy in my life. Definitely this list is feeling a little bit fall vibes, but it's okay, we're gonna run with it. This is also the spin-off of a series that I haven't read, but I think we will try it and see what happens. Next is Grimm's Delight by Abigail Kelly, and it's the second book that's been sitting on my TBR by this author, so finally I need to try her out. This is about a vampire crime family, and it sounds perfectly made for me. I just need to take the plunge. Next is The Predator by Runix. Now, this has been sitting on my TBR for years, and honestly, I haven't fallen in love with Runix yet, but I'm hoping that this book changes my mind. I've talked about wanting to read this book on social before, and all of you guys have recommended it and said it's one of your favorites, so I'm excited. Another one is A Ship of Bones and Teeth by Karina Halley. This is a dark Little Mermaid retelling. We've got pirates, we've got the high seas. I am obsessed with the vibes on this one and I just need to take the plunge, pun intended. Plus, I've talked before about the fact that I love stories, whether they're contemporary or fantasy, that involve the ocean in any way. For a change of pace here with this one, Scoundrel Take Me Away by Louisa Darling. We've got historical romance just to break a little bit of that darkness from this list so far. Now, I fell in love with this series last year and I cannot wait for more. And finally, on the 13 that I want to read for myself is Daggermouth by H.M. Wolf. This is a dark dystopian romance. This was the Book Talk hype book to close out 2025 and I've seen everyone loving it. I am so ready personally for the dystopian comeback in books, not in real life. And that is my list of the 13 books that I want to read, especially the ones that have been lingering on my TBR for some time. So these I'm super excited for. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of those and which one I should prioritize and start with. Also, a couple of notes as I am doing this reading journal spread is the fact that I haven't done a physical reading journal in years, and a lot of times I feel like my inspiration for what I used to do, it's not where I am at now, so I feel like it's going to take me some time to get back into that groove. But also, I want to keep things simple in my reading journal and just use things that are minimal and not make spreads that feel like they require all this time to create and upkeep, just because that is not the place that I am at in my life right now. I just want to keep it simple. Next, we're going to get into the 13 recommendations that I ask my friends to pick for me. Friendships are probably going to be tested here. I really want to make sure that I stick to it this year. So we're going to start with Chase, aka Wander Reader, and he gave me The Darkness Outside Us by Elliot Schrefer. This is sci-fi mystery and it has a love story. I've almost bought this book several times myself, so I cannot wait to dive in. Plus, a genre that I want to read more of this year is definitely sci-fi, so this came just at the perfect time. Next is Nancy, aka Ravenous Reader. She recommended The Scattered Bones by Nicole Scarano. This is a standalone dark fantasy. It's also supposed to have like video game style quest. It just sounds fascinating. Plus, I love a standalone romance too. Then my friend Victoria, aka Bibli Lifestyle, recommended Our Wives Under the Sea by Julia Armfield. And fun fact, I wanted to be a marine biologist as a kid, so this whole deep sea vibe sounds absolutely fascinating and I am loving the storyline in this one. Then Jen, aka Books Jen Rex, picked Shades of Silver City by Miranda Joy. Now listen to this pitch. If Gotham City had fairies and the Grim Reaper, I am absolutely hooked immediately because that sounds tailor-made for me. Plus, I've wanted to read Miranda Joy forever. Next, Tiffany, aka Quilt Tree Fox, gave me I Hope This Doesn't Find You by Anne Liang. Now, this is all about hate emails instead of love letters, and as a fan of To All the Boys I Loved Before, I am set for this one. It sounds so good. Then Nina, aka Tender Curiosity, chose Red City by Mary Lou. This is The Godfather meets The Magicians, and I love both of those things as well as Mary Lou, so this feels like a completely safe bet that I'm gonna love it, and I cannot wait to dive in. Honestly, I'm still wondering how I missed this release. Cassie, aka Fervor and Fables, recommended Beautiful Things by Emily Rath, and I think it's about time that I pick up a spicy, erotic historical romance with a menage because it's been years, as well as picking up finally an Emily Rath book. She has been on my TBR forever. Angela, OG Under the Covers, here picked Shield of Sparrows by Daphne Perry. I'm a little concerned here, but I will try it. I haven't always loved Daphne Perry's contemporaries, but maybe fantasy will be better for me. We'll give it the benefit of the doubt, plus it's being adapted already. Amanda, aka Amanda CXYZ, recommended For Pleasure or Worse by Carissa Kinward. Now, she had pitched this on the podcast last year, and I'm going to leave that linked here. There's a wedding, adult OnlyFans workers, family in the middle. It just sounds like so much fun. Plus also how dark this whole list is going. We definitely needed a little bit of rom-com vibes. Laura, aka What to Read Next podcast, picked Starshipped by Kat Sebastian. This is about two sci-fi TV show co-stars falling in love. I mean, yes, please. It's also Kat Sebastian's debut as contemporary. This sounds so exciting. Stephanie, aka Ideally Inspired, chose The Female by Envy Wright. This is a dark demon romance in a dystopian world, and this has my name written all over it. I've also seen it all over BookTok too, so I'm excited to read it. Jasmine, aka Horse Gal, picked A Darkness So Sweet by Emma Hamm. Now, I literally bought this bundle for the beautiful covers. It's been sitting on my shelf, so I am so happy that I finally have a reason to read it. Sometimes you just need that extra push. And finally, Malia, aka Romance Schmomance, gave me Naughty and Nice by Azalea Crawley. This is a Christmas-adjacent queer romance involving the spirit of Santa Claus. I am saving this for the holidays and I am so excited for it. So that is the full list of books. Lots of amazing things here that I am so excited to read and hopefully find some new favorite authors. There's also a lot of new to me authors, and maybe they'll become staples in my reading journey, which is so exciting and I can't wait to dive in. I feel maybe the vibes are a little bit darker here, but I think those are going to be the vibes for 2026. I'm not sure. We will see, but I think that that's what I'm feeling. It really jives with where I'm at right now. And look at this beautiful spread, all finished with all of my ancient stickers from my stash too, which is really great. And thank God that my old HP Sprocket was still working and my old sticker paper, which is years and years and years old, still printed just nice. Hopefully this will be satisfying to come in and actually fill it in and look at it as a completed spread, which will encourage me to read these books and stick to my plan. Also, actually, spoiler alert, I already read Beautiful Things by Emily Rath. I gave it 4 stars, and I'm going to be doing reading vlogs as I read the books on this list, and I'm going to keep you updated throughout the year on the progress. So make sure you stay subscribed, and that way you can keep me accountable too. So wish me luck on this project. I think I'm going to definitely need it, but now it's your turn. Let me know in the comments if you have any books that are must-reads in 2026 for you, and did you also plan any specific list of books that you want to catch up on or series you want to finish? Let me know all of that in the comments down below, and also let me know which one you think I should prioritize from this whole list. So leave all of those comments down below and I'll keep you updated as we go along. But for now, that's all I have for you guys today. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.